The Buffalo Bills interviewed Phillip Rivers for their head coaching vacancy. Yes, that Phillip Rivers, doing so earlier today. Buffalo also speaking with Chargers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel, who is also the Dolphins' former head coach. McDaniel speaking with Buffalo. Bills expected to speak with Anthony Lynn, Anthony Weaver, and Grant Udinski over the weekend. Patriots ruled out linebacker Harold Landry for Sunday's AFC Championship game in Denver with a knee injury. Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold is off the injury report. He'll start in the NFC title game against the Rams. The 2026 college football playoff bracket will remain at 12 schools, while the NCAA will allow Division I schools to wear commercial advertisement logos and patches on uniforms starting August 1st. A maximum of 4 are allowed on the uniform. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza has declared for the 2026 NFL Draft. I'm Dan Beyer.
Oh, I mean, I think we know what we're doing a little bit, right?
Kind of. Sort of.
Poquito.
I'll tell you, I'll be lamping all weekend if I make it to the East Coast. This big snowstorm, Fern, is causing lots of havoc on the East Coast.
Fern, no.
I'm supposed to be heading from the West Coast to the East Coast this weekend. We'll see. But speaking of storms, Covino and Rich taking the world by storm and scattered showers, sweeping the nation. CNR on FSR, broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio.
Yeah.
Pumped for this weekend, UFC 324, your conference championship, NFL. We'll be talking about all that and more and getting you involved like we always do. But first, it's the weekend. We be rocking out. Let's go.
Today's Friday.
Now,
Friday.
Yeah. Oh, there you go,
Friday.
Sam.
Today's Friday. Today's
Friday.
There you go.
Danny
Sam getting us started. Sam is the sound architect. He's on the ones and twos. We got Danny G, the executive producer of what we do, a professional deucer. That's who he is. And Spotty's on the videos. Dan Beyer, the genius DB, is here with insight and updates. But right now, we want to remind you to catch our best of the week. We have the best of the week. It drops every Saturday morning, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Search Covino and Rich wherever you stream. And speaking of streaming, Rich, we're streaming live right now on YouTube.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Covino and Rich FSR. Covino and Rich FSR. And the live chat is popping, so people already talking smack, and we welcome it here on the Covino and Rich show. Everything at Covino and Rich. Let the Wild Rumpus start. Let's go. How's your Thursday, man? All right?
That was all good, man. I honestly, it's winding down, meaning we're so used to Thursday Night Football. That hasn't been a thing for a few weeks. I'm in that mode where a lot of people are, where it's like, all right, we got 3 football games left. 2 championship games that we got to wait a couple weeks for the Super Bowl.
Before you know it, we'll be in Santa Clara bringing all the fun to you live for Super Bowl week. That's how I'm seeing it.
And then we have already said farewell to college football. Fernando Mendoza's on late night TV. He's talking about his future. Before you know it,
him and Jimmy Fallon, man. What a wild pairing. He's more animated than Jimmy Fallon. It's so wild. It's so likable. Danny G, I think I'm going to be a Raiders fan,
Dude.
man. I don't know.
That Fernando song has been stuck in my head for weeks.
For real,
I told
dude.
you, Abba's got to be the happiest old school group in the world.
Whoever owns those masters, they're getting some major royalties right now. But I was going to tell you guys what's going to be weird is after the Super Bowl, you two leading with an NBA headline. That's what is weird to me when football winds down.
We're going to have to.
It's really interesting. I was talking to some East Coast buddies. I know Sal Licata, who is a regular on Stugatz, who is now on before us.
We used to work with Sal at SNY, New York City.
And I was talking to some buddies about how regionally sports interests differ so much during different parts of the year. Like right now, if you're on the East Coast, there's a lot of cities that are way into baseball offseason. Like, we're not on right now in New York. We're on, 300-400 affiliates.
Yeah,
New York,
we're in New York State.
We're in New
not
York
in
State.
New York City.
We're not in New York City. But I guarantee, like, local New York radio is talking about Bellinger and, Bo Bichette, and they're into baseball already.
And Brunson and the Knicks.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking about nationally, though, football is still king. By far.
No doubt.
But I'm getting in that baseball's coming mindset. I'm getting in the, all right, basketball, I'm ready to pay attention mode. But we still, like we said, 3 big football games left to go. And history would say home underdogs in conference games have always covered and done pretty well. So while they do have steady, can the Broncos get it done with an underdog backup quarterback?
Well, it's been done before. So before we get into brainwave and weekend hobnobbing and giveaways, let's talk about it. Let's chop it up, like we say. Backup quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl. It happens. 1988, Doug Williams. 91, we were talking about it the other day. Jeff Hostetler. 2000.
I give credit to his mustache, by the way.
2000. Who, Hostetler?
Yeah, it was Hostetler's mustache more than him, I think.
Did have a sweet stash. Looked like my dad won the Super Bowl back in 91. Kurt Warner in 2000.
Yeah.
That was pre-Chompers, Kurt Warner. 2001, Trent Dilfer. You had Tom Brady in 2002. Yeah, man. Now we're in the year 2000s. The last to do it, 2018, big blank Nick Foles. Nick Foles did it.
Oh, wasn't it Big Ears, Nick?
Big Ears,
oh, no,
Nick.
it was Big. I forget.
Big
Just call him
Bigfoot.
Saint Nick, okay?
Yeah, Saint Nick took Philadelphia by storm, became a hero, and this year, 2026, Jarrett Stidham has the chance.
Oh, who you could have added to that list if it weren't for a bad no call in New Orleans against a Ravens defense that held Michael Crabtree. You could have added Kaepernick to that list because if you remember, he took over for Alex Smith, and ta-da, Niners went to the Super Bowl. It wasn't an injury, but he was a guy that started out as a backup. And Danny said there's also a caveat with Jim Plunkett as well because Jim Plunkett at one point was a backup and then would go on to win a Super Bowl. But it's been done. I don't know if it has the same feel for the fan base, which is why I would love to hear from Philadelphia.
It would be the first time in the 21st century that a backup starts the Super Bowl, I think even conference championship, who hadn't started all year.
Yeah, because Nick Foles, Hostetler, those guys took over towards the final few weeks of the regular season.
Right, this guy's just getting thrown in there in one of the biggest games of the year.
You could
but
say
it has happened. It could happen. He could go all the way. We'll see.
You could say no one fresher than Jarrett Stidham.
No, for sure.
Got fresh legs.
He seems cool and collected about it. He's making statements that he's off social media. He's ignoring all that stuff. He's focused on the game. Seems pretty confident.
You know who told him that? Speaking of, Jeff Hostetler, who, and it's funny when these people, I wouldn't say come out of the woodwork. It's not like he was hiding, but it's his moment to give his insight. And Jeff Hostetler has spoken out and said, hey, ignore the noise, and you have more noise now than I had in the 90s. There was no social media. There was no X and Instagram.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
TikTok.
did say, I'm off of social media for now or
Yeah.
at the moment, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Stidham's going to go back to, looking at dumb videos like all of us. But for now, Hostetler's like, avoid the noise. And there's a hell of a lot more noise now than back then. So if Stidham could focus,
avoid the noid.
He just needs to, honestly, I know you could say, well, that's a lot, dude. He needs to play 2 good football games because he has a good team around him, a great defense. It's not impossible.
And a great coach.
So your thoughts on can it be done? But then part 2 of the question.
Well, it can. The
Part
only
2.
difference here is that he hasn't started all year. But backups have won before, and it opens up a bigger conversation. So first, your thoughts about Stidham. Do you believe in him? I mean, why not, right? We've seen it before. Why not him? They have a great team. But then what does it say about Knicks moving forward? What did it say about Wentz moving forward when Foles did it, right? It sort of tarnishes what he accomplished a little bit.
I think it's a terrible thing to happen to a young quarterback that gets injured. If your replacement wins the Super Bowl, then you become the redheaded stepchild. Is that even PC to say nowadays? Can you the redheaded stepchild?
No, it's true. It's like you're living in that shadow.
You become the person that lives in the shadow. Carson Wentz, Phil Simms was never the same in New York. They were quick to be like, yeah, we're sort of done with Simms.
Because Foles was a hero. Hostetler's a hero. That's kind of hard to overcome.
And the more recent one I said, even though he didn't win, the minute Kaepernick performed, the 49ers were sort of bad to Alex Smith. They were later to you.
Yeah, he became yesterday's news after that with the 49ers.
Yeah.
How about how well Davis Mills did as a backup for the Texans this past season? And there were obviously talking heads shouting and screaming for him to come in the game over Stroud when Stroud was struggling. If he had put up points and the Texans advanced, we would have had Davis Mills versus Jared Stidham.
I like to call him CJ Strougling.
Good one, Sam.
Strougling.
You know,
come on, that's pretty good.
I do have, it's a two-layer question. Covino's right. What does it say about the injured quarterback? Subconscious, listen, you're a team guy. You want your team to win, but there's got to be a part. And Bo Nix would deny it until, I don't know, what do they say? The cows come home?
Yeah.
He would deny it forever. But there is a part.
Unfortunately,
How would Nick Cage, if Nick Cage was a cow?
If Nick Cage was a cow?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have not seen that trend on social media?
As a cow?
It went from owl to cow. You know how it was like they're asking about celebrities?
I didn't see the cow ones. I know the owl ones. Why? How would Nick Cage sound as a cow?
Be like, moo.
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 How would Obama sound as a cow?
I don't know. Tell me.
Moo.
Mo.
Oh, okay.
Moo.
So think about it. Could it happen? What does it say? It says that Peyton's the guy, and it was him all along. And that's unfair to Bo Nix, but this is the situation we're in. You know, there's like a...
You want to feel wanted, dude.
There's an online conspiracy that it didn't happen on the field, his injury.
Well, like we said yesterday, there's also conspiracy that an electrical plant is why Niners are going down.
I'm not giving it any juice, but our job is to sort of keep you up on what nonsense is going on social media as well. And there's a theory with the fans that it may have happened during a locker room celebration, because you do see the second to last play where they said it happened, he sort of springs up, but you do see him wincing and wincing off the field later on. But there is conspiracy that they tried to cover it up. But I think it says a lot about Peyton if Stidham wins.
Now, Bo Nix, like I said, I got distracted in my own dumb cow thought. He'll say it until the cows come home. Oh, I want the team to win. But there's a part of there's a part of Bo Nix, and I promise you.
What does a Rich Davis cow sound like?
Moo. Moo. I promise you.
That's a horse cow.
There's a part. Moo. There's a part of Bo Nix that wants him to fall just short and be like, man, we really need Bo.
But then you don't get that ring.
You want to feel wanted.
And then you feel bad that you let your team down, too. So Bo Nix wants the team to win.
He deep down
because
inside,
then he'll feel like he's responsible for the team in the city not winning because he was injured.
All right,
so you want your team to win.
If I take a day off,
it just stinks.
If I took a day off,
it's like it's tarnished a little bit.
If I took a day off,
it's like rain on your wedding day.
And we heard, oh man, that was the best show ever. I'd be really upset.
I mean, it's happened.
You want to feel important. Bo Nix does not want his team to win.
You
deep
think
down inside.
Selfishly he wants the whole city and the whole franchise and the whole team to suffer because his ankle got hurt? Get out of here. He does not. But it will sting a little bit that he wasn't able to participate in the victory.
I feel like other hurt players, like a defender, cornerback, wide receiver, running back, they might want the team to win. But the quarterback is so tied to a franchise and success that I think Bo Nix, he may never say it, he would never vocalize it, but deep down inside, he's probably like, I don't want this team to win without me.
I disagree with that. I do. I got to make it clear. That's Rich saying
that. I believe
that's Rich the hyper cow.
Moo, moo, moo. What's up, Sam?
It's not FOMO, it's FOWO, the fear of winning out.
I do believe.
FOWO. Yeah, everybody says that, Sam. FOWO.
What is history showing? I have a question. Is there, as a fan, you want to win the championship no matter what?
0 for 2, Sam.
But does it feel weird if your team wins with, like, not the guy?
Yeah, definitely.
There's a weird feeling, right?
But it's been done. So based on that, right, your thoughts on if Stidham could take it all the way. I don't think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl anyway, but it could happen, right? I don't think they're going to, but it could happen.
I think
so.
They might.
Based on that, we also want to chop it up and share some stories about times you stepped into big shoes or other stories that you could recall where someone had to step up and fill in and deliver. They filled in, and they did a great job. Who comes to mind? What comes to mind? I mean, even in our business, in our industry, it happens all the time.
I really would love for someone to tell me that they think Bo Nix, so badly wants his team to win. I know. Those are his boys. That's his team. I'm saying there's a part of his subconscious. He may not even fully realize it himself, but you want to feel wanted. It's our nature as human beings in a marriage, in a relationship, at your
that's
job,
like the most selfish
in your family. Well, are you
behavior
telling me Bo Nix is the most selfless man on
I'm
earth?
the most selfish, self-centered guy you probably know, and I wouldn't even wish that on my team and my peers and my city. No way. Get out of here. I would still want them to win because then I would feel responsible for everybody not winning. I'm sure he's rooting for his team to win. It just sucks. He's in a really crappy situation. It's unfortunate. But I still believe that he believes in his talent and that it's not just Peyton if they win. But what are other situations where the backups, came up big?
Wait, what? The Braves won the World Series, I'm pretty sure, the year Acuna was out the whole season. Am I right about that? I think Acuna was out the whole year, missed a year, and the Braves won the World Series. There's got to be a part of him that while he got a ring, there's that weird feeling of I got a ring, but I wasn't.
That's
there.
always weird in itself.
Yeah, he was out in 2021 with the ACL injury.
Yeah, he tore his ACL, and everyone's like, "Oh man, how are the Braves going to do without Acuna?" They did.
That happens a lot, though. It does. That happens a lot.
When
But
other players need to rally around each other and step up.
got to step up.
Huh? I really think that it is. It's just subconscious. It's there somewhere that you don't want great things to happen when you're not involved. You feel like lesser or something.
You want to feel like you were missed, but I don't know if I'd want my team to lose.
Based on your guys' thoughts here about Bo Nix, would there be a juicy controversy in Denver if Stidham takes him to the Super Bowl, plays big in the biggest game of the year, and you know what I mean?
Dude, yet another thing Bo Nix doesn't want to have to worry about.
Yeah, but in reality, Stidham just had to win 2 games. Bo Nix, in reality, is the guy that took him there the whole season. So there's a lot of pride in that, and there's
other
truth
teams
to that.
would be after Stidham at that point.
Yeah, yes, that's how I see it moving forward. But let's share some other stories. And what do you think about what Rich is saying here? 877-99 on Fox, at Covino and Rich, and, of course, the live chat on YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR. What comes to mind for you, Rich? Any personal stories? I got a bunch of stupid stories.
You would feel all right. Every year we go away with our buds for a little guys' weekend for a football trip.
Yeah.
If you one year couldn't go because, I don't know, you had your daughter's recital or something, and everyone's like, you know what the best year was? And it was that year that you weren't there. That's a
I feel bad,
No,
but I'm glad you guys had a good time.
But that's a meaningless example that means nothing in life, but you'd still be like, oh, man, the best time when I wasn't there?
It's happened.
You think this guy wants his team to win?
He doesn't want it, but it's a tough break, pun intended. Of course he doesn't want it. All right, so I'll kick it off. As a kid, I got 3 stories, all right? And I'll make them snappy, like a rubber band sandwich. As a kid, there was you know how there's Johnny Football Hero in every town? Well, believe it or not, I was only one of those guys. Believe it or not, there was other guys that were really great in my hometown, right?
It's shocking.
And there was a kid that was older than me. Let's call him Brian, and rest in peace. He was a stellar athlete, Division I football player. He was drafted by everything, really great athlete in my town. He was about 16, and I was 13, and we were playing what they call Babe Ruth League. We called it Teener League in Union, New Jersey.
I remember doing that. I played Connie Mack baseball.
Right. So it's after Little League, but up to 16-year-old. And he was the best athlete in town by far, but he was older than me as well. And he was pitching the championship game. So we had it locked. We were in the championship. He's pitching, the best guy in town. Got it locked. So I'm just there yeah, man, ride. Yeah, he's pitching. We're going to win. And it's my first year in this league. Dude, first inning, the dude's like, my elbow. And his dad was coaching, took him out of the game. Like, Covino. I'm like, me? I'm 13 years old. I had no intention of pitching the championship game. Get in there. I'm like, me? And I was confident I pitched, but I did not plan on pitching the championship game. First year in the league. Dude, I came up stellar, bro. Like I don't know, like who, bro? Like Nolan Ryan out there, dude. Won the championship at 13 years old, stepped in the big moment. What, first inning?
Nolan Ryan's a big Texan. Can you think of maybe
Fernando
like
Valenzuela.
Can you think of like a 5'7"
'cause that's
Latino
how-
guy?
You don't get it? That's how I felt. You see what I mean? That's how I felt. In fact, someone charged a mound. I gave him a double noggin knocker.
Yeah, give him a
noogies,
knuckle sandwich.
Gave him some knuckle. All right. In professional career, this is years later. I'm trying to be a radio star. I'm driving the van around. I'm just a promotion guy hanging up banners at the concerts, promoting the station, handing out keychains. And iHeart superstar Booker couldn't make an interview. And I think I've told this story on the air, right? He couldn't make an interview. And it was Collective Soul of all bands, which at the time was big, but looking back, who cares?
Shine. Their
Yeah.
big hit.
But
Love that
the
song.
point is, the main DJ, guys know Booker and Stryker, right? Booker was running late or had a cold. I forget what happened, but the boss calls me up, and I'm hanging a poster up, and he's like, Covino, what are you doing? I'm like, hanging up banners? I don't know. He's like, you got to do the interview. I'm like, me? Boom. Stepped up, knocked it out the park, gave me some confidence, and look at me now.
Wow.
How about you and I, Rich, as a team? Did we not fill in for Stephen A. Smith on First Take? What the heck were we doing there? I don't know, but we did. We fill in for Dan Patrick. We fill in for Colin Cowherd. You got to step up and seize the moment. Seize the day, as Avenged Sevenfold says.
Let's go to the phone calls.
You got to do it. It's Stidham's time, but everybody has those moments where you have to step up. And even if you fail, you got to do your best. You got to step up and do your best. Even if you fall right on your face, you got to give it your all. That's what Stidham has to do. We've all done it.
Jim in Fall River is on the in show, and he's like, Bo Nix is sitting in a corner somewhere singing Cheap Trick. I want you to want me.
Hey, man, there's a lot of pride in he got us there. That's the truth. But you saw Peyton was oddly confident. Stiddy's ready to go. We're good. Doesn't matter. He kind of made it feel like, doesn't matter. I'm the coach. We got it. That's kind of how it sounded.
Telling you, Bo Nix does not love this.
Of course he doesn't love it, but he doesn't want his team to lose.
Deep down
So,
inside.
backups have won before. Let's talk about other moments. Well, first, your thoughts on that. And other moments where someone had to step up and they delivered.
Let's do it. More CNR next. Talking backups, talking big moments right here on Fox Sports Radio.
All right. So, DraftKings Sportsbooks, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every playoff moment feel bigger.
Oh, you said it. This weekend, I'm still not deciding. Do I go with the dogs? Do I go with a Stidham? Or do you say, no. The Patriots got this. We'll make our picks later in the show. But DraftKings has your back for something they call early exit protection. If a player in your eligible prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, bet's canceled. You still get paid in cash.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code CRSHOW, that's code CRSHOW, to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states, void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Never in the history of the world has a Michael fell short to a Sean.
Because it's the battle of Michaels versus Sean's this weekend, and that's a first.
You got Mike Vrabel versus Sean Payton. You got Mike McDonald versus Sean McVay. And when you go back in history, sports, entertainment, everything, when you match up a Sean and a Michael, you know who comes out on top every time? The Michael. You want to go over this?
Can I just give you one reason as to why Sean will never win? Because they can't even decide on how to spell the name. how many Seans are we friends with? And each one of them spells their name different. Is it Seen? Is it S-H-A-U-N? S-H-A-W-N? Choose one. It's confusing.
I'll be honest. I think when I think of the Seans we know,
Yeah, all three of them are different.
our buddy Sean Riley, our buddy Sean Wyman, my buddy Sean Cullen, like all the Seans I know.
Sean the lawyer.
E
S-E-A-N. It's like, come on, guys. You can't even decide on that. You think you're going to win?
I don't want to insult some Seans, but if you're a Scene, get the fuck out of here. It's like when a Steven is a PH. And I know you're not a Steve with a PH.
No, PH is for losers.
You know what it's like? It's like my wife, Sarah, no H. Sarah with H's, as Jimmy Fallon once said, are ill.
But you know what? I think you and I disagree. I think it's whatever you were introduced to as a schoolboy. And for me, Sean is S-E-A-N.
Makes no sense. There's nothing
so
sensical.
What, number one for you?
All right, I'm gonna go Sean with a UN. That's the most common.
So it's Mike's versus Sean's, and throughout history, Mike is always on top.
All right, let's kick it and start it with TV in the 80s, movies in the 80s. Would you ever say that, I couldn't even think, like Sean Penn or Michael J. Fox?
Well, I don't think anyone dominated 80s TV and 80s movies like Michael J. Fox, a true legend, a true hero, a true treasure.
That was my weakest comparison, by the way. Because I couldn't think of a Sean in the 80s. But yeah, Sean Penn was big.
Well, Sean Penn was huge movie star.
They
But
were also in a movie together. Did you know that?
yeah, no, I did. Yes. Casualties of War. But I think when you talk to like who's here in your corazon from the 80s,
Yeah.
it's Michael J. Fox.
I mean, we grew up in a world of Michael, so let's keep it moving. In basketball, we've seen them face each other in big games, big moments. Who won, Covino? Michael Jordan or Sean Kemp? By the way, he's a Sean with a W, just to prove. They can't even make up their fucking mind.
Michael the GOAT Jordan.
How about this one? Not in the boxing ring,
Yeah.
but in the wrestling ring. You know who knocked out Shawn Michaels? Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Well, Shawn Michaels is right there in the middle. He's both. But it makes me think of the Michael trifecta that we grew up admiring.
Well,
Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, and
Michael Jackson. Who, when you think about Michael Jackson, let's throw another star musician that's had questionable personal life stuff. Sean P. Diddy Combs.
I'll take Michael Jackson,
Michael Jackson
for the win any day, anytime. Yeah, two controversial musicians and celebrities, but Michael Jackson is still the guy regardless.
Look at those two buffoons.
And we said there's the Michael trifecta, right? Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Michael J. Fox. You can't say the same for Sean's. There's not three Sean's that come to mind.
I mean, my favorite isn't even in this. So Sean William Scott.
I love him. But based on this theory, guys, there's no way Sean's are beating Mike this weekend.
I got one more. You want to talk Olympics?
Sure.
Who's the most decorated swimmer of all time?
Most decorated swimmer.
No, not your favorite diver. Don't think that's Greg Louganis.
Michael I was going to say Thornton Mellon. Oh, Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps. But then there's Shaun White, who's great, but he's not Michael Phelps. He's
not Michael Phelps.
He's won in the Winter Games, but Phelps
Michael Phelps is an Olympic GOAT.
So far I'm looking at it, and we're like 6-0 Michaels.
I will say there's some greatness in the world of Sean's, but Mike is still up top.
There's not a song I want to be like Sean, is there?
No, I'd like to be like Mike.
Sometimes I dream
He
that
is
he's me. No one says like Sean. I want to be like Sean.
No. So based on that, there you have it, man.
So that would then say your prediction of Seahawks, Michael McDonald versus Mike Vrabel.
Don't say Michael McDonald because you make me think of the Doobie Brother.
Maybe that's why he goes by Mike.
Yes.
Oh.
I want you to want Steve. I mean me. Steve
want
Covino,
you to
Rich
want me.
Davis is Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio.
Telling you. Deep down inside, Bo Nix is like, do I really want the Broncos to win without me?
That's craziness, bro.
I don't
You're
think it's
you saying that says a lot about you, I think. It's like Rich wants everyone to fail if he's not around. That's craziness.
Oh, if I was not
That's
here
crazy
today,
talk.
I'd want the show to go off the air.
Yeah, but that's wild, dude.
No, I'm just saying,
That's like
when
next level selfish behavior.
when history shows that when
If I can't have it, nobody
yeah,
can.
because when you're ultimately confident in yourself, it doesn't matter.
when history is shown,
If Bo Nix is the real deal, he'll be just fine regardless.
when history is shown that when backups take over and do well, that it's the person's forgotten, a la Carson Wentz, Alex Smith.
What about Brock Purdy?
Wally
He
Pipp.
came back. Mac Jones played really well.
That's what I'm
Great.
saying.
Brock Purdy took over, and everyone's like, yeah, Jimmy G, later. Thank you, Sam. And you know what? Roger Staubach took over. Terry Bradshaw, Jim Plunkett. These are guys that took over midseason or late in the season and ended up winning a Super Bowl and never looked back. It's the Wally Pipp. That's the story. It's the Tom Brady. Later, Drew Bledsoe. I don't care that you signed the deal. Deep down inside, Bo Nix might be a great guy and say, I'm rooting for my team. But there's a part of him, whether it's subconscious or
It
in
doesn't-
the back of his brain.
It doesn't help. But what did the Macho Man say? The
Oh.
cream rises to the top?
He also said, oh, yeah.
No, the cream rises to the top. So if Bo Nix really is the real deal, holy field, then it doesn't matter.
You know
Team
what else he
wins, and he'll
said?
be prosperous, and he'll still do well in his career somewhere else.
You know what else he said?
It doesn't define him as a player.
Elizabeth, will you marry me?
He did say
He
that.
did say that.
He also said, snap into it. So anyway, we're going to get into it. The phone calls, 877-99 on Fox. I want to hear from you where the backup, the understudy, had a moment.
I have
Or
a
maybe
question.
it's something you did. This is stuff we see in movies, we see it in sports, but it happens in real life where you had to step
Now,
up.
look around the studio. Who would you say is the most honorable man in here?
Not you.
Oh, well, take a look around.
Dan Byer.
Dan Byer,
Man of honor.
Dan Byer jokingly says, let's say like Monsi or Isaac fills in for me, goes, oh, seems like you guys had fun without me. You know what Dan Byer's secretly saying? I'm the number one dog around here. Don't you forget it.
Dan, don't let him put words in your mouth, bro.
Listen. No, you guys, this has been my thing for years. We've had this conversation before. I've told you, Covino. Remember? Do you know what I'm talking about? When we would fill in for you guys.
Yes, I know where you're going.
And someone would say, gosh, can't wait till Covino and Rich are back. That Steve is trying so hard to not smile. He
likes the tweets.
It's always been my thing. I think everybody wants to be missed. I said it with Lane Kiffin and LSU.
Yeah, but you don't want your
and Ole Miss
team to fail.
I know. Maybe that's extreme, but listen, you're right. When someone's like, man, can't wait for Covino to come back, you'll like the tweet.
I agree with that sentiment. Failing is another thing. You think if Dan Byer and Monty are filling in for our show, right?
What do you miss?
think-
What do you miss? Rachel just liking tweets without looking at
No,
them?
but you think I want them to fall on their face and suck? Absolutely not, because Dan Byer is great. Do I want them to be better than us? No. But do I want them to fail?
So then
No.
Bo Nix doesn't
You're
want Jared
saying-
Stidham to be better
But
than
he's
him.
saying he wants them to lose. You're saying you want them to lose. Anyway,
right.
your next success can begin sooner than you think. Apply now and save with no application fee through February 11th at University of Maryland Global Campus. This new year, put your goals within reach at an accredited state university. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu.
And if you've ever wiped with a regular toilet paper, you'd be like, what am I doing here? That's why you need Dude Wipes. Switch to the life-changing, extra-large flushable Dude Wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon, all major retailers. Dude Wipes, better clean. In fact, the best clean, pants down. Let's go to your phone calls. Rapid fire. What are you thinking? Backups, times you stepped up. And deep down inside, do you think, what do you think Bo Nix wants?
A victory for his team.
Okay, that's up for debate. Let's go to Idaho and let's add a monster. What's up, man?
Hey, boys, thanks for taking the call. First time, long time.
Thanks, buddy.
I got to tell you, Peyton's a hell of a coach.
Yep.
Okay? And Bo Nix is the most slept-on quarterback in the NFL. But Stidham, with the way Peyton coaches, he's going to step up. He's going to do it.
It's possible.
I mean, they're the dogs, but it's going to happen.
Home dogs have done historically well in conference championships. So I don't know if that means anything to you. but there it is. All right, Louisiana and Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys, got a statement for you, see if it jogs your memory. Bernie Kosar, Super Bowl champion. Does that ring a bell?
No, it doesn't really ring a bell. No.
Okay, well, here we go. Aikman takes a knee to the head, goes out in the second Super Bowl run against the Niners. Kosar comes in, finishes the game, and without Kosar, there's no back-to-back against the Bills, and is Aikman a Super Bowl champ? And that particular Super Bowl was a 1-week rest, so Aikman came back pre-concussion protocol. He would not have been cleared, obviously. He came back on 1-week rest, was not himself. Emmitt Smith, ran him to the Super Bowl, but that's an example. Now, Kosar was at the end of his career, but
at that stage he was a fine-looking backup. Mike, let me ask you: do you think? And again, I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but do you think deep down inside Bo Nix is a little cautious? Like, I don't know if I want him to do too well, or do you think he's just such a team guy?
I think that's 2%, 98%. He wants to win.
I agree. Okay. I agree with everything he said right there. Okay. And I think it's a reminder that it's a team sport. That's really what it is.
Yeah, but in football, the quarterback is such a face. There's no other sport. Like in basketball, it could be your best player, center, point guard, forward. It doesn't matter. In baseball, the face of your team could be a pitcher, first baseman, DH. In football, 99% of the time, the face of your franchise is your quarterback.
But these opportunities leave room for other people to step up.
Right.
We see it all the time.
Let's go to Indiana. And Rob, what's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys? So it's kind of a weak take. Bo Nix, one thing, his faith is big in him, and he is a selfless person. Two, Rich is one of these guys that breaks up with a girl and then roots for her to get fat and ugly when he's done with her.
Oh, well, I do that, too. I'm not going to lie about that. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know what? He makes a good point. Bo Nix is very strong in his faith. He's a very faithful Christian. He doesn't. He's not supposed to think that way. That's a terrible way to think. I want my team to fail if I'm not going to be there.
I'm saying it's business as well. And by the way, I root for my exes to do to do well
after the initial sting wears off.
Just not as good as me. All right, let's say hi to Josh in Washington State.
Hey, how's it going?
Hold on. Do you think Doug Gottlieb's rooting for Stu Gotts?
I believe he was asked about it. I think there was an article about it somewhere.
I'm just saying, no, come on. Give me a break. What's up, Josh?
Turn the show over to Dan Bonner.
What's up, Josh? Josh? Let's go to Jerome in Charleston. What's up, Jerome?
Hey, I just want to tell you, Bo Nix, you saying what you said about Bo Nix, that is some of the most preposterous BS I've probably heard. And I've heard a lot of BS out of people's mouths since this white guy told me the only reason I got accepted into the military, I spent almost 9 years in the Air Force, it was because I was black. I said, that guy don't know. He couldn't even tell you what my name was.
Wait, you're telling me my Bo Nix statement is more preposterous than that idiot that said that to you?
No, but it's pretty high up there.
Okay, it's pretty high.
It's close.
It's
second
close.
is that.
All right, so second only to a racist idiot you bumped into is my dumb statement about Bo Nix?
No, because there's truth to what you're saying, Rich, but you're taking it one step too far. Nobody wants you to have a better time or better experience or a greater victory without you, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want everyone else to fail at your expense either. So, yeah, you want to be missed. Everybody wants to be missed. But I don't think he wants his team to lose.
That's what it is. Yeah, you hit it on the nail. There was a time, Cove, where I had Koa in the the NICU at the hospital, and so I missed a few days. And I remember thinking, I don't want the show to go off the rails. I did everything I could on my phone, my laptop, and I listened. Everybody was having fun, made sure everything was going smooth. I don't want the show to fail. But you want to come back and have people say, man, it wasn't the same without you.
Thank God Danny's back.
So, Rich, it is 98% I want it to go good, probably 2% of those ill feelings.
And I'm not backtracking. I'm just saying, I'm talking about that 2%. Maybe that 2% is tucked away there somewhere. But everyone wants to feel wanted in a family, in a marriage, in a job. Everywhere you are, you want to feel wanted. And I know Bo Nix is a leader and a good man of faith, so I know you guys can come down on me. I'm just saying there is a little part of him that's like, all right, let's slow down now, because if Jarrett Stidham plays well, goes to the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl, the city of Denver will just put Jarrett Stidham on this pedestal, and Bo Nix just is sort of like, hey, guys.
I think that's where the 2% could increase.
Yeah.
They're all great athletes. Stidham's going to step up. You know what it makes me think of, too, Rich, how it was so blatantly obvious when Montana and Steve Young were playing together. Like, neither one of them wanted each other to do that much better than the other person.
They openly said, I'm better than the other guy.
I know, it's so funny.
It's
but
a different
all these
time.
guys have to feel that way and think that way. It's just part of the game. They're all competitors.
Now, I'll tell you this. I think that I'm also thinking this because remember earlier in the year, even really intelligent, reputable guys like Colin Cowherd and other folks were saying at times, we're not quite sure Bo Nix is the answer. Right? Remember, there's been narratives where it's like, they're good, but I don't know if Bo Nix is the guy. Now, when Fred Warner's hurt and he's rooting for the 49ers, I believe it because it's undeniable he's the best. Bo Nix is still trying to prove himself. If Bo Nix was
That's what I meant by the cream rises to the top. If Bo Nix is that guy anyway, he's going to be that guy.
But if Bo Nix was Patrick Mahomes and Mahomes got hurt and he was rooting for the Chiefs, I would believe more that Mahomes is rooting for the backup quarterback because whoever it is not Mahomes. Bo Nix is replaceable. That's all I'm saying.
But by Jarrett Stidham, I don't know. Like Bo Nix got you the number one. I mean, the defense really got him the number one seed. Like that offense was hard to watch at times, but he was good in the playoffs up until his injury.
Well, we shall see. Let's go to DB for an update.
Hey, DB.
Glad I riled you guys up a little bit. What's up, DB?
Guys, a story that is happening right now in golf. Scotty Scheffler leads the American Express at 17 under par, but he shares the lead with 18-year-old Blades Brown. Brown turned professional last year during his senior year of high school when he was 17 years old. He has a birdie putt on the 18th hole to shoot 59. It would be the 15th sub-60 round in PGA Tour history.
Damn.
He's doing it in Palm Desert at the Nicklaus Tournament course. They play a bunch of different courses for this tournament, so a bit of history. So while Scotty Scheffler's name grabs a lot of the headlines, the youngster, 18-year-old, I looked it up. He was born in May of 2007.
Wow.
On May 21st. I'm like, I probably remember what I did that day.
Yeah.
You know?
By the way, it's like, did you watch Apple TV's Stick?
No.
It's like that young golfer, Santi. Is it, you know,
I have no idea what you're talking about,
young
but
kid,
you've talked about this show a lot. It's one of the shows that just has not made it yet to the top of the queue.
DB, I know you're a big golfer. Are you going to do the TikTok trend where you see guys are golfing and there's a sound clip of Tiger Woods saying, "Oh, nice shot, man," and it's like,
those, yes.
and people are doing like, "Yeah, I went golfing with Tiger."
Yes, I've seen those. The Buffalo Bills today interviewed Philip Rivers for their head coaching vacancy. Yes, that Philip Rivers. They also spoke with Mike McDaniel, the former Dolphins head coach and current Chargers offensive coordinator, after he took the job earlier this week. AFC Championship game, it will be the Patriots and Broncos. No J.K. Dobbins for Denver. He was activated, or they opened up the 21-day practice window, I should say, but not activated in time for AFC Championship game on Sunday, so they will not have J.K. Dobbins. The Broncos won't. Patriots won't have Harold Landry for the game. Seahawks have Sam Darnold off the injury report. He's ready to start despite that oblique issue. The 2026 college football playoff bracket will continue to have 12 teams in the bracket next season. Indiana's Fernando Mendoza is declared for the 2026 NFL Draft. Cornerback D'Angelo Pons also turning pro. Finally, the NCAA will allow Division I schools to wear commercial advertisement logos and patches on uniforms starting on August 1st. A maximum of 4 logos or patches will be allowed to be placed on uniforms. Guys, back to you.
Thanks,
Thank you, Dan. And you know what? Speaking of Philip Rivers, we got to talk about him, too. We got to talk about this and play Brainwave. We got prizes to give away, weekend hobnobbing, and more.
Let's do it. More next, right here. Covino Rich. The Brewers get a couple highly touted prospects from the Mets. And this is a segment I like to call Who Gives a Rat's Ass About Prospects?
Good one. Little wordy, but I like it.
I don't give a rat's ass.
I don't give a rat's ass. Because In baseball, football, basketball, it's the equivalent of like late round draft picks. I get it. It's nice to have that equity. It's nice to have those picks. It's nice to have those prospects. But we, more so than ever, name the sport. It's like Amazon, Prime Now. You order something, you want it that day or the next morning. We don't have the patience. Like, oh, Covino, I ordered a new jacket or some sneakers. They come in next Friday. Yeah, no thanks. I'm going to try to find a pair that gets on my doorstep tomorrow.
Now.
We are impatient. So why do you think people want to wait for prospects? I have Met fan friends that are like, man, I'm excited about Peralta, but we gave up Jet Williams and Sprout. I'm like, Sprout was 0-2 last year with an ERA around 5. He's a young, talented guy, but, I mean, do you want to wait for this guy to work out?
I want to know the numbers of how many times players to be named later or prospects ever really pans out. It can't be that often.
And you know what? Your team knows who they are. Like, and the other one was Jet Williams, who's like, he's like 5'8", crafty little like center fielder. I'm like, the Mets don't need that.
Yeah,
So
and I'm sure he's good, and I wish him the best and all, but he's not the Freddie Peralta you need right now.
I think every franchise in all sports, they know like the one or two guys that got away over the years, right? Because your franchise agonizes over it. Like, oh my God, you know, the Mets traded away Nolan Ryan in the 60s or the 70s. You know those guys. Even right now, the Mets, they let PCA, Crow Armstrong, get away.
Mm-hmm.
But he got like a mediocre second half. He's a really good player, but like, hey, you got to win now. And to me, when people say,
yeah, but you need the pieces that you need too, though. Like you said, you need starting pitching, and that's what you got.
To me, give me a starting pitcher that is a frontline guy like a Freddie Peralta, and I'll give you 10 farm system guys because who cares? You have Luis Robert, you have Soto, Lindor, Polanco. If you're a Mets fan, you have all these guys. Like, so who cares about a guy?
By the way, Rich, you're always quick to remind your friends and everybody on Fox Sports Radio, like, to get what you need or to get somebody of quality, you have to give up something. Trades don't work just one way and that's it. You can't ask for an MVP caliber player or an all-star or 17-win pitcher and expect to give up nothing.
I heard
that's not how trades work.
I heard a Knicks fan the other day, one of my buddies on the East Coast, he's like, man, it would be really cool if they got Giannis. What if we gave him, and he just started naming like Knicks bench players. I'm like, that's not how trades work.
That's not how it works, dude. I mean, that sounds great and all, but that's not how it goes. So if you want a quality player, you have to probably give up some potential or another quality player.
You can't get Scooble from the Tigers for a bag of potato chips and a utility infielder.
I think baseball is unique because of the prospects. We rarely see player for player in the NFL, so it's player for draft pick. And in the NBA, same sort of deal. But what is interesting to what you're saying is I think that people thought that the normal argument was going to be rich get richer. Look, Brewers trading their ace because of whatever. There are some in Milwaukee who are very frustrated with this move because of how good last season went, because of what their strength was. I mean, they didn't hit it all in the NLCS against the Dodgers, but this is also the reason why the Brewers have perennially been in the postseason year after year after year following this sort of route. But I think ultimately, to your point, Rich, in baseball, the named player is always going to win. It's immediately always going to win. Now, Jet Williams, could be a 10-time Gold Glover, by 2037, and then we'll look back at it. But right now, it feels like you're getting something for nothing.
Yeah, but right now you have Soto, Lindor, and all these guys that are getting older every year. Go get Freddie Peralta if you can.
The Rangers got Mackenzie Gore today for 5 minor leaguers from the Nationals.
Yeah, 5 guys that maybe one works out, but we'll figure that out, like you said, in years from now.
Yeah.
I never care about that. It's like a stock that blew up. It's like, well, at the time I didn't know. So why do you cry about it?
Man, I should have bought Bitcoin
no,
when
it really
was whatever.
Is. It's like, yeah, man, I had it. But at the time you didn't know. So what difference does that make? Yeah, in retrospect, all you could do is shrug about it. Like, well, oh well. So if Sprout or Williams becomes a thing, hey, what are you going to do? You needed Peralta in the moment. All right, welcome back to the show. Covino and Rich, we're going to go over our picks this weekend, Conference Championship weekend, and we're going to get you involved. We're giving away prizes. 877-99 on Fox, that's the number. And, of course, at Covino and Rich on social media, at Steve Covino, at Rich Davis.
Oh.
Hey, hit us with a follow. Let's be friends.
Can I ask people for like a random personal favor? Besides following us on YouTube.
What is it?
I meet my my girls' softball team today. Today's practice 1 with my daughter's 8U team.
Okay.
We're coming up with a team name today, and we're the Red Team.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could, what would be a cool name for a red team for girls 8 and younger? Think of that. Hey, DM me at Rich Davis, because today we were picking a team name, and I was like, I should probably come up with a couple cool ideas. I am the coach. I was thinking the Heartbreakers. One of the kids is like, one of my daughter's friends, like, what about the Hot Cheetos? I'm like, that's cool. They could be the Red Hot Cheetos, and they could get like Cheeto socks or something.
Red
like
Hot Cheetos? That's
Red
great.
Hot Cheeto peppers.
The ginger snaps.
Yeah, like Joe. Hey, at
The
Rich
Shirley
Davis.
Temples.
The Shirley Temples. Honestly, these
You got
are
a lot
all
of
good.
little Mexican kids on your team? How about the Red Hot Cholo Peppers?
Oh, the Red Hot Cholo peppers.
Yeah, how about that?
You got to think too. There's gonna be a parade.
No, I'm sorry,
so they
Chola Peppers.
Oh, the Chola peppers.
Yeah.
Cholula peppers.
The Cholula peppers.
We're
Cholulas.
live in L.A. It's Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our tire rack play of the day. Are you ready for it, kids?
Let's go,
The
kids.
Sixers got it done in overtime against the Rockets.
Rocket.
And the Rockets are going to play on. No timeout for now. Sixers by 4. 126, 122. Here comes Amen Thompson. Thompson driving it into the lane. Spins. Sixers steal the ball. And now it's loose again. And Oubre gets it. He goes to Joel. 10 seconds. Embiid. Lead pass Maxey. Maxey's going to dunk it. The Sixers are going to beat the Houston Rockets.
That was courtesy
122.
of Sixers Radio Network. The Rockets. And that was our tire rack play of the day.
And Tire Rack, as you know, they've been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive for years now. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection, convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And I think, you know who says it best? Jimmy Fall River on our YouTube chat. He goes, Rich, the reality is the perfect scenario for Bo Nix, if Denver keeps winning, but totally on the back of the defense, where it's like, well, Denver's defense is just, they stop everything.
Or special teams puts them ahead.
Like, if Denver wins because, let's say they beat the Patriots 13-6, and in the Super Bowl, it's like a low-scoring game, and it's really just the defense, Bo Nix secures his job, while at the same time, he could be happy for his teammates and his team.
We'll see what happens this weekend.
We'll see.
I have a prediction, and you'll hear about it.
All right. Well, we're going to do our Super Bowl predictions. Plus, we're going to do Brainwave, which is slowly becoming, I think, one of the more popular games around here at Fox Sports Radio. That's where you have to decide, are you on the same brainwave as all the doofuses on this show? Can you think the way we think? Oh, it's more than one doofus?
Yeah.
Is a doofi?
That's
My bad.
plural, doofuses.
I'm sorry, dude. Doofi. Oh, can I give you one more backup that really stepped up in the clutch? Let's take you back.
Danny Zuko on Thunder Road. When Kanicki went down, Danny Zuko stepped up.
Oh, no, I was going to say Jefferson when he took over for Steve on Married with Children.
Dude, that's a great one. Because I was like, man, Steve is great.
Danny G loved the new Aunt Viv. Is that can we say that?
No way.
I know.
No, that's a really great example because everybody loved Steve. And then Jefferson came in. You're like, oh, wait, but I like Jefferson too. That's cool.
You know what?
Because Kuchar didn't do as good of a job when Sheen went
Charlie
out.
Sheen. You know what? I know that Michael J. Fox sort of loved when no one liked Teen Wolf Jason Bateman.
Right, yeah.
But you know what? I'll give you a real one. 1992. We were all kids. Frank Reich in that amazing Buffalo Bills playoff game. It was only a wild card game, but one of the most remarkable games ever. He was a backup, obviously, for Jim Kelly, and that was just a memorable game, one of the biggest comebacks ever. So there you go. All right, more Covino and Rich. We'll do our picks next right here, Fox Sports Radio.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I like point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all's show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
The Buffalo Bills interviewed Philip Rivers for their head coaching vacancy today. It's been quite the football season for Rivers, who was head coach of a high school football program in Alabama. Then over the last month of the NFL's regular season, he unretired and served as the Colts quarterback. But today, interviewing for the Bills gig, Bills also interviewing former Dolphins head coach and current Chargers offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel today for their coaching vacancy. Sam Darnold, good to go for the Seahawks. He'll play against the Rams in their NFC Championship game off the injury report after the quarterback dealt with an oblique injury. Patriots won't have linebacker Harold Landry against the Broncos. Denver will not have J.K. Dobbins, the running back, for that game against New England. The 2026 college football playoff will continue to have 12 teams in the bracket. Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza has declared for the 2026 NFL draft. Scotty Scheffler and Blades Brown lead the American Express at 17 under. I'm Dan Byer.
That's us. And our show sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook on this Friday, Action-Packed Friday, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, use promo code CRSHOW to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Why are you pointing to me? Because you want me to tell everyone about how... Let's see.
No, because you got a booger on your face. That's why.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You want me to tell people how wiping with regular toilet paper is ass? Because you need dude wipes. Hey, it's as good as it gets. Switch to life-changing, wet, extra-large, flushable dude wipes because wetter just cleans better. Available at Amazon, all major retailers nationwide. Dude wipes! Best clean. Pants down.
Now, we were talking about Stiddy stepping up, maybe winning. It's been done before. Foles was the last to do it.
And by the way, if he does not do well this weekend, Stiddy will have another nickname. For sure.
Yeah. And other times that this happened in life, right? Get this. I'm going to tell you more about it when we do Weekend Hobnobbing later of what to watch this weekend. But there are rumors circulating that Justin Gaethje has neck issues for UFC 324. Gaethje's fighting Paddy the Baddy this weekend. And the rumor is, again, rumor, that Arman Sarukian would step in his place. So imagine Arman Sarukian steps up and beats Paddy the Baddy in place of Justin Gaethje for 324. Again, it's just a rumor. I'm pretty sure Vato Loco Gaethje's going to be there.
Who's filling in? Enrico Palazzo? Who is it?
No, but it ties into what we're saying.
I know, it does. It does. I mean, historically, backups will never deliver the way you want, but there are those times, and a lot of times that's the launch pad for greatness. The ones you talk about stand out. You know why? Because what happens? You step in the big moment. You either win that job or other people take notice.
And by the way, just a rumor, but
rumor has
we'll keep you posted, and Dan Byer has your updates always, so stick around. Danny G on the phones at 877-99 on Fox. Iowa Sam is here, and we're streaming live, and if I were you, I'd sign on right now because we're going to be playing Brainwave in just a second. Covino and Rich FSR on YouTube. You can chime in live. Covino and Rich FSR to see what you hear and play along with us.
A lot of great feedback. Love you guys. Nature Boy, Scott Mayer, Steve Lopez, Wes. I feel like I'm Romper Room giving shout-outs in the 80s. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Drew Mack?
I see Daniel. I see Drew Mack. By the way, speaking of Romper Room, can I just say something? What did you watch as a kid growing up? Sesame Street?
Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, Romper Room,
did you watch
Thundercats?
Did you watch Pinwheel and
He-Man?
The Great Space Coaster.
Great Space Coaster.
Shirt Tails.
Can I say, growing up in New Jersey, right? There was a public access TV show that I did watch as a kid. I don't know if it aired everywhere, but it was very low budget.
Oh, The Great Guido?
No, it was the Uncle Floyd show, and I saw that Uncle Floyd passed away, man. Uncle Floyd Vivino, and that's where Mr. Bill came from. Oh, no! On SNL.
Oh, that's crazy.
The Uncle Floyd show. This guy, Rich, you remember him on public access or no? No?
I don't, but I've seen that
anyway.
little puppet.
I have
All
a
right.
Mr. Bill doll.
Yeah, that's where it came from. That show. It was a public access show, as far as I knew it. And his brother was one of the dudes in the Max Weinberg 7. But anyway, I saw that. It could be fake news for all I know, or old news. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Are we ready to play this game?
Yes, we are.
All right, we're not gonna play Brainwave yet. We're picking our picks for this weekend.
Well, this is
Kind of a game.
This kind of is a game because one of us is going to come closest. Since it's only 2 games, Danny G.
And it's a game for the listeners because you can win a CNR prize pack.
You were smart as usual, Danny G.
I got to stay consistent, though, Rich. My picks are pretty obvious.
All right, well, Danny G said, listen, there's only 2 games. Hitting 2 for 2 is not genius work.
Yep.
So let's pick scores as well. That way, someone in the room might look like a smarty pants if you get close. So both games, give us a score.
And I'm going to have the listeners pick a score. So send that in on an email to crprizes@gmail.com. The score of each game to crprizes@gmail.com. Out of 300 emails last week, 2 listeners went 4 for 4.
Nice.
Damn, man.
Yep.
Before
Not
we
easy.
play, before I give our picks now, who won last week? You want to give some
Yep.
shout-outs?
Our boy Trip was one of the 2 winners.
Trip like
right,
I do.
Right there in Vegas.
What up, Trip?
And Matthew H.
Nice. Congrats, guys.
So I'll be in contact with both to get your mailing addresses.
Danny, I know we're here on the West Coast where maybe you might have to break out a hoodie this weekend if it gets a little chilly. A lot of our listeners around the country, snow everywhere. In fact, Covino's supposed to fly to the East Coast this weekend, and he's like nervous behind the scenes. Like,
Yeah.
am I doing this or what?
No.
Oh, no.
Dan Patrick was inviting the Danettes to sleep either at hotels near the man cave or he said that they could sleep right there.
You know how I feel? Because of this snowstorm Fern that's causing all this havoc
Fern.
and flight cancellations. I feel like a little kid who doesn't know if his Little League game's going to get canceled yet. Like, is it on or off? Is my flight on or off? Let me know.
What's up, DB?
The temp right now in my hometown in north central Wisconsin is 12 below 0.
I heard trees are
It
exploding.
was the high of minus 11 today.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
game time in Denver, 22 degrees.
So this is going to be a little chilly, but weather, unfortunately for the 2 games, or maybe unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, looks like the 2 games have avoided the major East Coast and Midwest snow and cold. But it is a weekend to bundle up, sit at home, watch some football,
Bust out your frizzy freakies,
binge
man.
a show, eat some Girl Scout cookies, pour a drink.
To quote Dr. Evil, it's freaking freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
It is.
Sam, you're going to have to
freaking
bust out your
freezing.
Elmer Fudd hat. I feel like you have one of those. With the flaps.
I do. It's like a camo military
I knew it.
helmet liner.
I was saying, did you ever own a pair of freezy freakies?
I don't think
Do
so.
you know what those are?
Mine said slap
No.
shot.
They were gloves that in the cold they would change colors and have sayings on them. And
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, wow.
Like a
I had
hyper-color
hockey
shirt
ones.
of sorts. All right, let's get into the games. 2 games this weekend. We want scores. We want winners. And we are picking against the spread. So it's against the spread and the score. So let's start. Early game. Noon out here on the West Coast, 3 p.m. Eastern. The Patriots go into Denver. We talked about Stiddy. He's backing up. Sean Payton seems cool, calm, and collected. New England favored on the road by 4.5. Who do you got? Steve Covino, age before beauty.
All right. Well, we talked about this on Overpromised. You could watch it on our YouTube page, Covino and Rich FSR, episode 125. That's our bonus pod. Mike's always have the upper hand on Sean's. Patriots win. Mike Vrabel over Sean Payton. Patriots win 24-17.
All right. Here's what I'm telling you right now. Denver's defense.
Sorry, Broncos.
Is inspired. Denver's defense is ready. I think as much as I want to say, oh, what an arrogant guy, Sean Payton, Stiddy doesn't need to do much. I like the home team. I really do. I think this is an upset special. I think Broncos 20-14 instead of like a cold defensive game. And I think it's going to be, I think the 20 is going to be very last minute on like special teams, a fumble. Something's going to happen. I don't think they 20s because they put up 20 offensive points. I think Broncos win 20-14 defensive battle. Danny G, what you got?
Yeah, I think the Patriots defense keeps playing as well as they have in these playoffs. It's going to be a close one. I don't like the 4.5 points. I do like the Patriots, though. I think the Patriots are going to beat the Broncos 17-13.
Oh, so you like with the points?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Danny's got Pats 17-13. Covino, you have what was your score? Pats what?
Pats 24-17.
24-17. Iowa Sam, what say you, my friend?
I'm going to say that the Patriots win and cover 20-13 over the Broncos. 20-13.
2013. Sam and Spotty Boy, what you got, my friend?
I'm thinking it's going to be a close one. So I'm going to take the Broncos to cover, but the Patriots to win.
What do you got? Give me a score, bud.
Oh, man.
I want winners.
Yeah.
I want winners.
20-17.
2017? That's fair. That's fair. And the legend in the room, the guy that knows it all. Dan Byer, what's up, bud?
I know nothing. Considering I'm about 1-8 in these brackets and then our college football playoff bracket, I like the Broncos in this one to win straight up, though, and I like the lower scoring affair. I think there will be opportunities. 19-17. Broncos beat the Patriots.
I like it.
All right.
Good movie, 1917.
Isn't that the Yellowstone sequel? What is that?
No, it was the World
War. 1923.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let's go.
close.
Let's go to Seattle. Dan Byer is going to be pumped. Do not disturb him during this game. Or Dan, do you like an encouraging message if your team's winning? Like,
Nope. I ignore everything.
Leave him alone.
So if the
Can't do it.
If the Seahawks are up big, you don't want like a DB.
Nope.
Okay.
Way.
Okay.
You got to have a lot of nerve to
Mm-mm.
text him in the middle of this game. No
Nope.
way.
Not.
Okay. All right. Hey, Seahawks at home. You'd imagine you thought it might be 3. It's 2.5. 2.5-point favorites over the visiting Rams. The visiting Rams go to Seattle. Covino, we'll start with you.
What does Michael McDonald sing? What a fool believes.
Yeah.
You'd have to be a fool to believe that the Rams beat the Seahawks.
What score there, hotshot?
So, again, Mike's over the Shawns. Mike McDonald, and the Seahawks beat the Rams 37-31.
Oh, damn.
They came from somewhere way down in Mexico.
All right. Dan Byer, can you close your ears for a second? He's already a Covino guy, so what do I care? Listen, the Rams have had 2 stinkers in the playoffs and survived. They almost lost to the Panthers, right? What did Sean McVay say after the game last week when they somehow snuck by the Bears? The Bears had a Caleb Williams miracle throw, and then they win in overtime. Sean McVay said, I called a terrible game. I'm embarrassed. This is not me. I feel like all season long, what did we say all season long? The Rams are the best team. Rams are the best team. And then we sort of got off that narrative because lately they've just been good enough to win. I think the Rams step it up, and I think Rams 31-21. I think
they barely won last time.
Again, Sean McVay even said, my game plan stunk. I think they're buckling down. Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua.
Yeah, but those guys, and here's something else. I quote you, live by the sword, die by the sword. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game for the Seahawks.
Break out your sword there, Lannister.
No, He-Man. Those are my pronouns.
He-Man.
My sword of power.
All right, Danny G, what you think?
The number 1 defense versus the number 1 offense. This is going to be good.
I know.
Compared to the last time these two matched up, I think both defenses are going to rise to the occasion, so the score will be slightly lower. I'm going Seattle 27, Rams 23.
27-23. All right. Iowa Samuel.
All right, so Seattle's a 2.5-point favorite, is what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
But boy, I got to go with what I picked on our in-studio laminated prediction sheet.
Yeah.
I picked the LA Rams as the Super Bowl champion.
Wow.
So I have to roll with them. So I'm going to say Rams win outright 24-21. 24-21 Rams win.
Okay. Spotty Boy.
I'm a Dan Byer guy.
All right.
I'm taking.
It's about to cry over there.
The Seahawks. I'm feeling based on what I saw last week.
Okay.
The Seahawks are going to dominate.
Well, they were playing a 49ers team that was decimated and injured, and from the opening kickoff, we're done. They were done.
Stop defending the 49ers.
They were done. I'm saying how bad they were.
34-17.
Oh, wow.
Seahawks.
Now, DB hit us up before the show, and he goes, guys, I don't even know if I could pick this game. Are you sticking with that? Are you passing?
Guys, I refuse to choose.
Fair. That's fair. Why jinx it?
Refuse to choose.
That's his prerogative.
I respect it.
Refuse to choose.
You know, Dan,
He's abstaining.
usually I would say that's ridiculous, but knowing we're a sports network and knowing how we all, as fans, have our own little jinxes and things, I respect it. And I wish you luck. I'm not rooting for the Rams. I'm wrong most of the time, so you should be happy I picked the Rams. DB, I respect it.
I respect it.
Gotta respect it.
What did you say, Dan? You refuse to choose?
Gotta respect the buyer.
Gotta respect the buyer.
He's going to recuse from a choose.
Gotta respect the refusal.
I gotta respect the buyer.
I refuse to choose.
Nope. Not. Let's go do it.
Thanks, Dan Buyer.
Can we get a drop of that?
And again, if you would like to play along, email us to CNR Prizes. Send your emails to crprizes@gmail.com. That's crprizes@gmail.com. And just put the final score of both championship games.
It's so funny when I post this on our socials over the weekend, so you can play along. It's funny. I will write "refuse to choose" under Dan Buyer. Thank you, DB. Thank you, Danny,
Thank
Spotty,
you.
Sam, Covino. Just
And
a lot of
good
fun.
luck to everybody emailing Danny with your predictions.
Enjoy your Sunday. And like I said, most of the country, it is. I wonder if the ratings, because the ratings for that Rams-Bears game came back.
Huge.
And the NFL, my goodness. I mean, there was 40-something million people again that watched that game.
Mm-hmm.
So ratings are huge. NFL's winning bigly. And I think this weekend, especially since, I feel bad for movies that are coming out this weekend. Doesn't Leonardo DiCaprio's got a new movie? There's a Chris Pratt movie. I don't think anyone's going to the theater. Half the country is going to be indoors, worried about snow, just ordering pizza and eating and watching football. So I wouldn't be shocked if we're talking 50 million people.
Because of the weather especially? Yeah, what do you watch? Star Search? No. You're watching the games.
What? 3 3/4 stars.
No, but you're right. And by the way, Star Search is back.
I know.
But you're right, Rich. I forgot about that. If you factor in the weather this weekend, keeping everybody indoors, oh yeah, they're making a weekend out of it.
Yeah, no diggity, no doubt. All right, well, listen, coming up here on Covino and Rich, we need a contestant because we're going to break out a very, very fun game. We call it Brainwave. Danny G has come up with some great questions that have to do with sports, music, pop culture, TV, entertainment, and we all pick an answer. You got to decide, are you on the same brainwave as us? Do you have the same answer as Covino, Rich, and the whole crew? We do that next. If you want in, the number is 877-99 on Fox, and we do it next.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every playoff moment feel bigger. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If the player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash.
Well, you know what? We just went over our picks, and you could roll with one of us or roll on your own. I realize that you went with the two Mikes.
Yes.
I went with the two underdogs. Go with what you want, but if you're going to do it, hey, use our code, See Our Show at DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app, and if you use our code, you could turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Have some fun this weekend with DraftKings.
By the way,
Crown.
the code is CR Show.
Oh, yes.
CRSHOW, CR Show.
Yeah, don't forget that. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states, void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
I want winners.
Dan Beyer and Monse Bolaños filled in for us a couple days. I invited all you ass clowns. I said, do you guys want to watch the 49ers Seahawks? I'll order food on me. Let's go. And apparently Dan Beyer talked about this on our show when he was filling in. Take a listen.
Rich says, guys, Saturday night, Seahawks 49ers, my place, 5:30. Come on over, watch the game. Dan, there's going to be a Seahawks fan here. Come on by. There's no way that I would be able to go to that party.
Absolutely not.
It is. I am not going into a 49ers house. I also am, I want to watch the game by myself sort of guy. So even though there would be another Seahawks fan there's no way that I could go over to this party. I appreciate the invite, and I think Rich is all welcoming. I can't believe Rich is going to have another Seahawks fan at his house for a get-together. I would not have blamed him for not inviting me, but Monty, there is no way that I would want to watch the game with someone else or multiple other people who were probably closer to Rich that are saying, well, I want the 49ers. That's Rich's team. There's no way I'd be watching that game with them on Saturday night.
And he responded with that respectful.
Yeah.
That's sort of what he said in the group message.
He texted me, like, respectfully, I'd rather watch the game with anyone on the planet other than you.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want to talk
out of... Thanks for the invite, but I can't.
I don't want to talk out of both sides of my mouth. I just know that Dan's a respectful fan. So I feel like I could have watched it with Dan. Like our buddy Wes in Vegas watched the game with us. He's a Seahawks fan, and it was respectful. I've told one of my Eagle fan friends, remember our buddy Steve? We have an Eagles fan who I told, like, yeah, I don't want to watch you because you're going to bother me. And he said I was a big wuss, and he got all mad about it. Because remember, I had the stance, and I blamed it on my kids. Like, yeah, you're going to upset my kids.
Yeah, that was a weird sort of way to
I was like, yeah, my kids are all pumped.
No.
My kids are all pumped to watch a game. I don't want, my kids don't get it. You'll be rooting against the team we want. I'm like,
you should have just told them no. I don't know. For you to blame it on your kids, that is weird. But, yeah, I think you assess the situation. The Eagles fan that Rich talks about, I could see him being annoying during the game.
He's obnoxious.
I don't see Rich and Dan and our buddy Wes being obnoxious with each other. You have to know the company. But I actually agree with Dan Beyer here. I'm surprised that you invited a Seahawks fan, multiple Seahawks fans. They were nice ones, though. I understand your thinking, but I'm with Dan. Like, big games like this, I don't want any distractions and any people bothering me. I actually see his point, and I think he bowed out respectfully, and I think he did it the right way.
He did it. Listen, I respect it, but if you want to chime in, we'll take your feedback. We're going to play a game next, but if you want to chime in, at Covino and Rich.
Watching the big game alone or with mixed company is really what it comes down to. It's not even alone.
I think the mixed company is the part of it, meaning I think if you're like Covino, one time
he did say alone, though.
You and I watched a Yankees playoff game once. I'm not a Yankees fan, but I was, I'm a Mets fan, so I had no horse in the race. But there was a big Red Sox-Yankees game, and I remember someone brought a Red Sox fan.
It was my sister's boyfriend, Luis, at the time.
Yeah, but
he came in there with a Red Sox jersey, ruined the whole vibe. I wanted to karate kick him in the chest, and I liked the kid, but he started rooting for the Red Sox and
in your
being
house.
A jerk about it in our house, and it's a house full of Yankees fans. And he sort of leaned into that fun, and it was maybe fun for him, but it wasn't like fun for anybody else.
I told you about a year. Do you remember when the 49ers beat the Lions in the NFC Championship a couple years ago? One of the moms at the school was over the house. Like, we invited some of the parents over, and this woman who had no love of the Lions, she was just rooting for the Lions because she was like, yeah, I guess I want to root for them. I'm like, yeah, but you're in a Niners fan house? So when she was like, yeah, Jared Goff, I told my wife, shut her up or tell her to leave our home.
Yeah, zip it there, Zippy. Especially when you're watching there. Like,
Zip
if you're
it.
really invested, you're watching really tight. You're
Yeah.
tight. And even
You're
though that
easily
person...
perturbed.
Yeah, that person may be playful in the moment or whatever, but, like, that's not the time or place when you're on the edge of your seat
Bro,
all
when
tight like that.
When your team fails to hold the other team on, third and 12... and that person does a little yeah.
You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear that.
It's even hard to watch with fans of your own team sometimes because it depends what kind of fan they are. Are they positive or are they a negative fan?
Michael McDonald for the win this weekend. I'm sorry, Mike McDonald.
That's funny.
Man. The only person with a smoother, more buttery voice than Michael McDonald is our producer, Danny G.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Danny G could hit that Doobie Brothers Michael McDonald falsetto. Iowa Sam is on the ones and twos.
Yo.
We got Spot on the videos, Covino and Rich FSR.
You can't say anything without my ADD blazing, so let me tell you something.
Dude, your ADD is blazing like hip-hop and R&B on Hot 97.
I saw a clip floating around. I don't know what talk show it was, but it was the Doobie Brothers, and they just decided to start harmonizing, and it was magical. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're like sitting on a couch, and all of them just...
Was it a dream you had?
Did you tear up?
You know what? Maybe it was a dream I had. All right, let's play this game. We are doing it live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Covino and Rich, and for over 40 years, Tire Rack. Good people at Tire Rack.
Great people.
They help customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection, mobile tire installation, convenient installation options, all at TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And your next success can begin sooner than you think. Apply now and save with no application fee through February 11th at University of Maryland Global Campus. This new year, put your goals within reach at an accredited state university. Learn more at umgc.edu.
Ooh.
It's time, Iowa Sam. Let's do it.
Do Covino and Rich really share the same brain?
Doris Day, Red, Johnny Ray, Pacific, Joe DiMaggio.
Is their crew not far behind?
We're one.
Welcome to Brainwave.
Try to make sense of the brain.
It's easy. We drop fun sports, music, and entertainment questions. And if you match with enough of these bozos, you win.
I love that.
On the count of three, reveal.
Brainwave.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
locked in.
You guys are on the same wavelength right now.
All right, happy Friday, championship weekend. The questions in this game are all subjective. You just need to try and match the brain of CNR and the crew. What'd you do, Spot?
Nothing. I don't know what you mean.
What's going on over there?
Oh, real funny, Covino.
We're gonna get our contestant on the studio line, then I'll explain the game. Brian in Virginia was the first one through to play. What up, Pete?
Yes, sir.
Brian, what up, buddy?
What's going on, fellas?
Hi, Brian.
Brian, what do you do for a living there?
Where is he?
I manage
Virginia.
a janitorial company, which is pretty freaking cool.
That's
fine.
pretty freaking cool.
Okay, cool. I have five.
Yeah.
I have 5 rounds ready to go, Brian. Our contestants, that's you. You need to win 2 of them to be the champ and walk away with a mini turbo CNR Nerf football. Covino's holding that up for the cameras right
There
now.
it is. Yeah, check it out.
And a CNR koozie.
yeah.
So since we got the mini ones, yeah, Danny G is making it a prize pack. We got koozies and the mini balls.
I feel good for Brian.
Awesome.
Yeah,
The mini balls, we're calling them the Rich Davis edition.
Hey, I'm just happy to be here, fellas.
Cool.
Oh,
All right. It's easy. I'm going to ask a question, then give 3 debatable answers to choose from. 6 of us in the studio here are going to write down our answers on these dry erase boards for our YouTube channel. And then on the count of 3, Brian's going to shout out his answer. He has to match with 4 of us to win the round, or no matter his answer, if all 6 of us in studio happen to match, it's an automatic point for Brian.
All right.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Got your dry erase boards?
Yep.
Here we go, round 1.
Yeah.
Let's start with sports. You are on a long drive and can only pick one of these sports talk shows. A 70-year-old dude who started in the early 90s. 2 females new to the business.
Oh, jeez.
Or 3 former players from a rival team.
Well, this is a bizarre question. One more time.
I'm throwing in the-
Hold on.
I'm
You got to
throwing in
hold.
the-
Hold on. You got to hold.
You got to hold. You got to wait.
Hang on.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
Brian.
on.
Check the clock.
Hold on. I got our answers in.
70-year-old dude who started in the 90s.
Yep.
2 women that what?
They're new to the business.
Ooh, and 3
Former players from a
Wait,
rival team.
From a team you hate.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I'm a Dodger fan, it's 3 former San Francisco Giants talking sports.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
right. Okay,
All right.
come. Remember when I
Is it
screened
me
the
to
call
go?
and I said, don't shout out your answer till I count to 3?
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
I got you,
Brian.
brother.
All right. All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Brian, on the count of 3, you give us your answer. 1, 2, 3.
3 formals, like 3
Former players from a
Okay.
rival team. Okay. We start with Mr. Steve Covino.
I'm going with the 70-year-old dude who started in the 90s.
Okay.
The 90s is a long time ago. Guy's probably pretty good. 70-year-old guy. It's like listening to your dad talk sports. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
All right, Rich?
I thought the same thing. I wrote old guy. I'm thinking like some Mad Dog Russo type.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Bob Cousy. Hey.
All right, DB.
So I'm going here.
I thought as well with the familiarity of someone. You're like, hey, I've listened to this person for years. I'm going to continue to listen to it. So I said, hey.
Wow.
All right, Spot, and as usual, is somebody playing for you?
Yeah, Coleman Johnson, 1968.
Coleman's Johnson.
He actually said 3 former players.
Oh,
okay.
No,
That's
that's
a
a
ding,
ding.
Sam. That's
There
a
you go.
ding.
Sorry, I'm so used to this. Okay.
You're hitting the buzzer too many times in a row. I actually chose the 2 females because, Rich, like the podcast you do with Nicole, it probably wouldn't even be about sports. They talk about young female things that would maybe be interested.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
I even named their show. I said 2 chicks with hockey sticks.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
All right. What did you
Chicks love sticks.
What did you say, Sam?
So if I went with my original, I would have been good, but I switched it down to Reformers.
Brian, it's okay, Brian. You get another chance.
I went with the vet who started in the 90s, the 70-something-year-old man.
Oh,
if we had
man.
all said that, he would have gotten a point.
I know.
Sorry. We're almost on the same brainwave.
All right, it's okay. You have a few more categories here. Round 2. Let's go to lifestyle. All right. Which neighbor out of these 3 is the most annoying? One that has backyard parties until 1 a.m.
Oh.
One with a dog barking constantly. Or one where you can hear the couple always fighting.
Oh. I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, Lord.
Shh, don't answer it
Leaf
yet.
blower, man.
All right, again, the most annoying neighbor next door. One that has backyard parties until 1 in the morning. One with a dog barking all the time.
What
or one
about
where
a Kimmy Gibbler type like Rich Davis, no?
Yeah,
No,
it
that's
just
not
shows up at your door
that's
without
not a choice.
you know.
All right, we're all writing
Hey, Tannerinos.
We're all writing our answers down right now.
Yeah, I got it. Locked in.
Everybody locked in?
Yeah. No diggity, no doubt. Let's go.
Okay, Brian, we need your answer on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I've got to go with the couple fighting.
The couple fighting. We go in reverse order. Iowa Samuel, what say you?
I'm a little more concerned for the fighting neighbors, so I went with the up late neighbors. Backyard parties neighbor.
I went with the barking dog.
Wow.
What a headache. And I love animals, but
Yeah.
do something to stop your dog from barking so much. Spotty.
What's our caller's name again?
Brian
and
Brian.
Coleman's Johnson are on the same brainwave because he also said fighting couple.
Nice.
Okay.
That's a point there.
DB
says.
Was there any doubt?
Yeah.
Was there any doubt?
1 a.m. parties. There you go.
Mathematically out of it. It's okay. You got a couple more tries here. Rich, what did you say for
Listen,
fun?
I question all of you. Do you have neighbors? Because listen, if someone has late night parties, I could get where that's annoying once in a while.
That's
a
'cause Rich
couple
does that.
fighting. Once in a while, you might see them in the driveway yelling at each other. But if you have a neighbor with a dog barking, that could ruin everything.
Oh, you agree with me then?
Yeah, I think a dog barking. Imagine I passed up. I'm being serious. I went to see an open house once, and the whole time I'm in the open house, all I heard was next door. And I'm like, no thanks. I'm not living here.
You know, I disagree with all you guys. It's couples fighting, and I'll
Why?
tell you why. Because backyard parties, I'm never mad at people having fun. They're having a good time. That's their living space. Let them enjoy it.
You want to hear
Dogs barking? That's like every neighborhood has the sound of dogs. That's the sound of the neighborhood.
No, there's
Couples
different-
fighting? That's terrible.
I bet
That annoys me.
By the way, I bet you're the neighbor with the barky dog.
I might be.
Spot, you with me? I know you answered for a listener, but do you think the dog
The
barking's
sound
annoying, right?
of dogs barking
It's like
in
saying,
my neighborhood.
birds chirping annoys me. It's like, dogs bark. What do you want them to do?
Think
you want
a
them to
dog-
sing for you?
You think a dog barking and a bird singing and chirping is the same level of awesome?
What do you want them to do? Play the guitar?
Put a
One of
muscle
my-
on 'em.
Stop the machines!
In my building, one of my neighbor's dogs was barking for over an hour. I went and I knocked on their door because I'm like, you need to do something about this.
Yeah.
They weren't even home.
I knew this one was going to stir things up. I love it.
You guys.
All right, here we go. round
love it,
three.
dude.
Round 3, Brian. You need to rally here.
Come on, Ryan.
Let's
I know
go.
I need to rally. This is big time right here. Let's go.
Let's go to the.
I love Brian.
Let's go to
I'm
the.
on your, hey, I'm on your own team.
right, let's go.
But I'm on my own team at this point.
All right,
He
Brian.
started the weekend already. He's in Virginia.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go to the music category. Which of these songs gets stuck in your head the worst?
Oh.
Baby Shark,
Oof.
Fernando,
Oh.
or the Dr. Pepper Girl jingle?
Oh, man.
Okay, all right.
Brian,
Brian, stop
Brian.
it. Wait.
Brian, I count to
I'm
3.
waiting. I'm
okay.
waiting.
All right.
Hold on.
I'm waiting.
Yeah. All right. Baby Shark, Fernando, or the Dr. Pepper girl jingle. Which I've heard Rich singing down the hallway.
Like stuck in your head in a good way or a bad way?
Just stuck.
Just stuck in your head the worst. Stuck. The longest.
Stuck. Locked in.
Everybody locked in?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. All right. On the count of 3, Brian, I'm going to get your answer. 1, 2, 3.
I have to go Baby Shark because the other two are most very recent, and Baby Shark's been stuck in our heads for a very long time.
Good
He's
reason.
going
got good
longevity.
reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
I'm
start
actually
with Covino.
Thinking the exact opposite. I'm prisoner of the moment. I've been singing Dr. Pepper, baby. It's good and nice. Do-do-do.
All right, Rich.
Oh, man. Brian, I have my kids are 8 and almost 6, so Baby Shark, I'm a little past. I have been listening to Fernando occasionally, but Danny's right. I'll find myself randomly walking down the hall. Dr. Pepper, baby. Do-do-do.
For
It's
sure.
good
That's fine. That's fine.
All right, Dan.
All good.
That Dr. Pepper thing's lightning in a bottle, man.
Yeah.
It's so catchy.
Dan Byer.
Fernando's been with us for like 45 years. So, like, it could have been in your head in 1995. Could be in your head in 2026.
That's true.
I like that. And Spotty.
Coleman's Johnson said Baby Shark once again.
Wow.
On line with our caller.
Seems like
Maybe
Coleman
the caller
and Brian.
is Coleman.
Yeah, they're the only two on the same brainwave.
Way to rig the game.
Yeah, Brian's really linked up with Coleman
Yeah, you
Johnson.
guys, I'll connect you two after the game.
I'm excited for Fernando to go number 1. The thing that doesn't excite me, the stupid song being stuck in my head constantly.
Fernando.
Yeah, I found myself
There
singing
was
that
something
dumb song in the shower
air.
the other day. Fernando.
It's a great. Abba's
very
great.
Yeah.
recency bias. But I agree.
Oh, no,
You know,
because
it's all-
Koa plays Baby Shark all day and all night, and Fernando's still worse.
All right, let's
okay,
go.
Sam, what'd you say?
Well, I also went with Fernando.
Okay, cool.
Oh, good.
All right, it's okay. Now we have round 4 and round 5. That means you need to sweep the rest of the board here to win,
Have you
okay?
guys heard Dancing Queen? My God.
Let's go. Find
All
one.
right. Yep, let's go back to sports, guys. Which of these NFL teams will have the most wins next season?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The Browns, the Raiders, or the Falcons?
Oh.
Oh, good
Okay.
point.
Yeah, all right. We're writing our answers down. The Browns, the Raiders, or the Falcons?
Can I add something? Only one of those 3 has a coach right now, right? The Falcons. Stefanski?
Correct.
Yeah.
Browns still don't.
And
Raiders
yeah.
do.
But the Raiders
And
know
you
what
got
they're getting.
Two
though.
really good defenses and maybe one team with a better quarterback than the other
Just
3.
like there are no head coaches for 2 of those. It makes it a little tougher, but
And you got Matt Ryan.
That's why it's debatable.
Okay, this is good. Let's go.
Involvement, right?
All right.
Okay, on the count of 3, Brian, we need your answer. 1, 2, 3.
Raiders.
Okay, because of Mendoza. We'll go in reverse order.
Because of Mendoza, and he hooks up with a nice young running back in Gentry.
Ashton Genty. Okay. Iowa Sam.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Falcons because they have Bijan Robinson and they have a head coach.
I also think the Falcons are closest to in the division they're in. Also, Spotty.
The streak is broken. Falcons. Coleman said
Let's go.
Falcons.
Maybe we'll go 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Byer.
This was easy. The Falcons. Having Julia helmet.
Danny, I love Fernando Mendoza, and I want the Raiders to really turn around. They have a tough division. The NFC South stinks. Falcons, no brainer.
Wait, so it's on me?
Yeah.
Don't ruin it. If we're all on the same brainwave, he gets a point.
Yeah,
right?
he does.
He's not. Yeah.
Yes.
Steve Covino
So I got
said.
a point there.
No.
Well, you don't know yet.
I said the Falcons.
He pulls it out.
So there you go. You get a point.
Brian Covino saved your life there. We go to round 5. All right, last chance. We're going to finish by going back to the music category.
No, Brian, pass it to the left for a second.
For all the
Yeah,
Tostitos.
seriously. Which of these singers has the best deep register?
Oh,
Danny G.
The best what?
Deep register.
Deep register.
Like they could sing the deepest.
Yeah, and on a lot of lists, they were back to back to back on the list. So it's a good debate. Johnny Cash, Michael McCary of Boyz II Men, or Eddie Vedder? Best deep register. Johnny Cash, McCary of Boyz II Men, or Eddie Vedder? All right. Think about it, Brian, while we write our answers down.
The only good line that the Boyz II Men guy has is, "And all the Philly steaks you could eat."
Okay.
All right, you guys all locked in?
I'm locked in.
Injection, fellas.
All right, Brian, on the count of 3, need your answer. 1, 2, 3.
McCary.
McCary, he says. Covino.
No way. Johnny Cash. Get out of my face. You deserve to lose now.
Rich Davis.
And I love Boys to
Brian.
Men.
Fell into a burning ring of fire.
Brian, I love Boys to Men as much as anyone.
I love Boys to Men.
And you know me, I make fun of Philly all the time. I love Boys to Men.
They got rid of that guy, for the record.
And it's when you think of them.
Hey, let it finish out.
Maybe you win by default because you're a buffoon. Because I'm going Johnny Cash too.
No, I'm probably 10 years younger than you are, bro. Relax.
I don't know.
I love this guy.
Well, who's next?
DB.
DB.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Wait
All
a
right,
second. Wait a
3
minute.
for 3 off the brainwave.
Spotty.
There's hope. 4 for 4.
Oh.
Are we on the same brainwave?
He can win this in the most ass-backwards way
Wow.
possible.
I did a big dollar sign for Johnny Cash.
Yeah! Come on, Sam. It's all you. Sam.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in drop form.
Great cash, homie.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You
I'm not gonna
won.
lie to you.
You won.
You won, you bozo.
Great cash, homie.
You won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, we won for you right there.
I feel like we were the defense carrying Stidham to a victory.
That really was the most ass-backwards victory in history of Brainwave.
Congratulations.
We were on the same brainwave. You were on another planet, buddy.
Congratulations, Brian Stidham.
Brian. You win. Brian wins.
All right, thanks, man. Let's go to DB for an update. Dan Byer, what's up, man?
Philip Rivers interviewed for the Bills job today. Yes, for their head coaching vacancy. The same Philip Rivers, who unretired, the quarterback for the Colts for the last month. Bills also speaking with Mike McDaniel, the former Dolphins head coach and current Chargers offensive coordinator. In preparation for the AFC Championship game on Sunday, we now know who is likely in and out. Harold Landry not going to play for the Patriots. The edge rusher is going to miss the game because of a knee injury. Running back J.K. Dobbins of the Broncos will not come back from IR to play in that game. As for the Seahawks and Rams in the NFC Championship, Sam Darnold is good to go for Seattle. Seahawks had a couple of other injuries. Now, Zach Charbonnet was placed on IR, but they activated running back George Halani and tight end Elijah Arroyo from injured reserve. Rams head coach Sean McVay says he expects edge rusher Byron Young to play despite being questionable. The 2026 college football playoff will continue to have 12 teams. That's for next year's bracket. Notre Dame will get an automatic bid if they're in the top 12, and all Power 4 conference champions will also get an automatic bid. The NCAA will allow D1 schools to wear commercial advertisement logos and patches on uniforms starting August 1st of this year. Fernando Mendoza entering the NFL draft, as did his Indiana teammate, cornerback D'Angelo Pons. Jamal Murray of the Nuggets questionable tonight to face the Bucks because of hip and hamstring injuries. Scotty Scheffler and Blades Brown share the lead after 2 rounds of play at the American Express at 17 under. Brown had a putt for 69, but just missed it on the final hole. And finally, at UFC 324, the Ricky Turcios Cameron Smotherman fight canceled after Smotherman collapsed on stage following his weigh-in. Guys, back
scary,
to you.
man.
Yeah, I
don't
saw
know if
that.
you saw that, but yeah, right on his face.
Man, that was awesome. Thank you, DB. By the way, Tripp hit us up and he goes, "Are you sure that segment wasn't called No Brain Wave?"
No brainwave.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
All right,
Thank
we
you,
got,
Brian.
Weekend hobnobbing next. What to watch this weekend in the world of sports and entertainment. We do that next right here on Covino and Rich. Never in the history of the world has a Michael fell short to a Sean.
Because it's the battle of Michaels versus Sean's this weekend, and that's a first.
You got Mike Vrabel versus Sean Payton. You got Mike McDonald versus Sean McVay. And when you go back in history, sports, entertainment, everything, when you match up a Sean and a Michael, you know who comes out on top every time? The Michael. You want to go over this?
Can I just give you one reason as to why Sean will never win? Because they can't even decide on how to spell the name. How many Seans are we friends with? And each one of them spells their name different. Is it Seen? Is it S-H-A-U-N? S-H-A-W-N? Choose one. It's confusing.
I'll be honest. When I think of the Seans we know.
Yeah, all three of them are different.
Our buddy Sean Riley, our buddy Sean Wyman, my buddy Sean Cullen, like all the Seans I know.
Sean the lawyer.
S-E-A-N.
It's like, come on, guys. You can't even decide on that. You think you're going to win?
I don't want to insult some Seans, but if you're a Scene, get the fuck out of here. It's like when a Steven is a PH. And I know you're not a Steve with a PH.
No, PH is for losers.
You know what it's like? It's like my wife, Sarah, no H. Sarah with H's, as Jimmy Fallon once said, are ill.
But you know what? I think you and I disagree. I think it's whatever you were introduced to as a schoolboy. And for me, Sean is S-E-A-N.
Makes no sense. There's nothing sensical.
What's the number one for you?
All right, I'm gonna go Sean with a UN. That's the most common.
So it's Mike's versus Sean's, and throughout history, Mike is always on top.
All right, let's kick it and start it with TV in the 80s, movies in the 80s. Would you ever say that? I couldn't even think like Sean Penn or Michael J. Fox.
Well, I don't think anyone dominated 80s TV and 80s movies like Michael J. Fox, a true legend, a true hero, a true treasure.
That was my weakest comparison, by the way. I guess I couldn't think of a Sean in the 80s. But yeah, Sean Penn was big.
Well, Sean Penn was huge movie star.
They were also in a movie together. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, I did. Yes. Casualties of War. But I think when you talk to like who's here in your corazon from the 80s, it's Michael J. Fox.
I mean, we grew up in a world of Michael, so let's keep it moving. In basketball, we've seen them face each other in big games, big moments. Who won, Covino? Michael Jordan or Sean Kemp? By the way, he's a Sean with a W, just to prove. They can't even make up their fucking mind.
Michael the GOAT Jordan.
How about this one? Not in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
But in the wrestling ring, you know who knocked out Shawn Michaels? Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Well, Shawn Michaels is right there in the middle. He's both. Yeah. But it makes me think of the Michael trifecta that we grew up admiring.
Well,
Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, and
Michael Jackson. Who, when you think about Michael Jackson, let's throw another star musician that's had questionable personal life stuff. Sean P. Diddy Combs.
I'll take Michael Jackson for the win any day, anytime. Yeah, two controversial musicians and celebrities, but Michael Jackson is still the guy regardless.
Look at those two buffoons.
And we said there's the Michael trifecta, right? Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Michael J. Fox. You can't say the same for Sean's. There's not three Sean's that come to mind.
I mean, my favorite isn't even in this. So Sean William Scott.
I love him. But based on this theory, guys, there's no way Sean's are beating Mike this weekend.
I got one more. You want to talk Olympics?
Sure.
Who's the most decorated swimmer of all time?
Most decorated swimmer.
No, not your favorite diver. Don't think that's Greg Louganis.
Michael I was going to say Thornton Mellon. Oh, Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps. But then there's Shaun White, who's great, but he's not Michael Phelps. He's won in the Winter Games, but Phelps
Michael Phelps is an Olympic GOAT.
So far I'm looking at it, and we're like 6-0 Michaels.
I will say there's some greatness in the world of Sean's, but Mike is still up top.
There's not a song, I want to be like Sean, is there?
No, I'd like to be like Mike.
Sometimes I dream that he's me. No one says, like Sean. I want to be like Sean.
No. So based on that, there you have it, man.
So that would then say your prediction of Seahawks, Michael McDonald versus Mike Vrabel.
Don't say Michael McDonald because you make me think of the Doobie Brother.
Maybe that's why he goes by Mike.
Yes. Live from
Today's
the
Friday.
Fox Sports Radio studio. Today is Friday. And thank you guys for watching. You can see our prize giveaways, our little mini ball right there. We got some koozies. If you want to qualify for more prizes, follow the podcast and leave a nice review. Apple Podcast, search Covino and Rich wherever you stream. And remember, streaming live on YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR. Our show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, use promo code CRSHOW to claim your special offer at DraftKings. Again, promo code CRSHOW at DraftKings. The crown is yours. And facing a peak season, looking for a new team member?
Peak.
I am, because Rich is just annoying as hell.
Nah, I threw out all my notes already, so
I don't even know what you're doing right now. You're just distracting me.
Sorry.
Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Pros makes hiring easier. Visit expresspros.com, find an office, and see. So stupid. And see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster. And now it's time for our Express Pros Pro of the Week.
And by the way, I love the Express people. Last time we saw them, we had a nice lunch at the Super Bowl last year. Hopefully we see them again this year.
All right, I think this one's easy, man. Who had a bigger week than Fernando Mendoza?
Tonight.
Making history, Indiana over Miami, 27-21. He took the world by storm, captured everybody's heart. And he ended up on Jimmy Fallon. He's the greatest, this kid.
Danny G said singing Fernando sounds like Michael Clark Duncan. Rest in peace.
Fernando. Fernando Mendoza is your Express Pro of the Week. Congrats again to him and Indiana.
All right. It's time for Weekend Hobnobbing.
Living for the weekend. Your winning bets for talking points if you get stuck socializing.
You ever done anything dangerous? You ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? That is dangerous.
Friday brings us Weekend Hobnobbing.
All right, there's obviously some great football, but
you don't say.
There's also a big fight Saturday night. UFC 324. Patty the Batty Pimblett, Justin Gaethje, the Vato Loco. He's a half-breed Vato like your boy, Covino, and Sugar Sean O'Malley, Song Yadong. He's on the undercard, Sugar Sean.
What about my dong?
UFC 324. Be tuning into that. You're going to be snowed in. You might as well check it out.
Edward Snowden over here.
Yep. I also want to throw a shout-out to the He-Man trailer. If you haven't seen the He-Man Masters of the Universe trailer, you got to check that out. Watch that bad boy. The movie comes out June 5th, but people buzzing about the trailer and Jared Leto as Skeletor and everything else. Deliver Me From Nowhere's on Hulu. My Jersey Roots, I got to check out that movie with Jeremy Allen White as Springsteen. I never saw it, but it's available on Hulu this week. And let me shamelessly plug our bonus podcast, Rich. Overpromised, I think it's one of our best shows. It's our bonus show. You could watch it, you could listen, but check it out right here on YouTube, Covino and Rich FSR. We talk about Mike's and how they always beat Sean's. We talk about the conference championship weekend and who might be asked.
Man, we talk about Hillary Duff's butt, too.
Yeah, so overpromised episode 125.
Let me jump through a bunch of stuff. Netflix, you give me the yay or nay if you're down. Marcelo, her dad does his comedy special.
It's all right.
It's all right? Okay.
Pick you up and drop you off. Pick you up and drop you off. Pick you up and drop you off.
Kidnapped, the Elizabeth Smart story.
Yeah, I saw that.
That looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's good.
You mentioned
Sad.
before, Star Search is back. Spot, I feel like you would watch this. People We Met on Vacation. It seems like a pretty cute rom-com on Netflix.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Did you say cute?
It's cute. Spot likes cute.
You tell me it's cute, I'll pass.
Cute.
Yeah.
Apple TV, Hijack, Idris Elba, season 2.
You mean Man at Arms?
Yeah, bro.
Free Bert Kreischer's got a new show.
I have that written down here.
6 episodes. And you know, I'm going to watch Landman, Danny. I'm starting it. But my wife's trying to get me into Traders.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You mean like
drama film?
The number one show that everyone's talking
Yeah,
about? Okay.
Brenda watches that all the time.
All right,
and
what do you got?
Rich, you're going to get excited about this on Apple TV. It returns Wednesday, January 28th, next Wednesday, Shrinking.
Oh, it's back?
It's back.
And isn't Michael J. Fox on this season?
That's what I heard.
Damn. All right, cool. Anyone else?
That Chris Pratt movie in theaters if you want to go.
Oh,
Mercy.
yeah. We're trying to take Avatar to the number one spot.
Me, whatever it is.
What's
Mercy.
up, Sam?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you guys
Sam
on
said
Monday.
he's busy with football this weekend.
Have a good one. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Let's
Goodbye,
go.
guys.
Today's Friday.